Well, here we go. It's time to take charge of our very first fixtures in charge of our new club, West Bromwich Albion. Hello, welcome to Club 2, Part 2 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our very first fixtures for West Bromwich Albion. They will be up against Southampton and Portsmouth. So since the last episode, nothing much has happened. We've literally just come into the team, so we've taken a brief look. We found our new house, which is absolutely lovely. We know what sort of squad we're working with, and I think it's a fairly positive squad. There's some players, well, mainly the unregistered players that we kind of want to get rid of. We are very near the January transfer window, so I suspect there will be some business between now and the next episode. So I reckon there might be a few new additions to announce in the next episode. No one coming in this episode, but I don't think Pastrak has made any offers. We've got two players potentially leaving us, so that's good news. That'll free up some of the wage budget we're spending over 16k. So that's not ideal. But this is the lineup for our first game against Southampton, who are top of the league. So I'm not expecting much this game. I just want a decent result. If we win, we win. If we lose, yeah, that won't be an ideal result considering we're 23rd and 7 points off safety. So the lineup will be Jamie Cumming in goal. I feel like out of all the positions, this is probably the position that we need strengthening because obviously we've got More Corley, who's probably probably might be the better goalkeeper, but we'll play him to what's Macaulay's actually. I don't know. Yeah, we'll play Macaulay today. We've got Macaulay in goal, a back four of Zach Abbott, Alfie Gilchrist. I don't know any of these names. Brian Medina and Dante, Amadou Dante at left back. Then we've got Daniel Kelly as the defensive mid. We are trying the 4-3-3. We are also trying the 4-2-3-1, but go for 4-3-3 because considering we've got defensive midfielders. Then in the midfield we've got Isaac Price and Ikiano Canismera. Never heard of him. I never heard of any of these players, to be fair. Then on the left-hand side, we've got Gabriel Vidovic. Then on the right, we've got Jordan Cummings on loan from Manchester United, who looks very, very good. What's his best role out there? Is a wide forward, 5'9". It's small, but I think it's fine. Then up front, we do have Mamadou Doumbia, who looks absolutely quality. I think he can definitely, if we ever get there, I reckon he can make the step up into the Premier League. We probably won't start every game, but that squad, that first team, that starting 11, that's absolutely brilliant. It's just the backups I'm not sure about. So we'll see what positions need strengthening over the course of the summer. We do have some money to spend. We've got $1 million in the transfer budget. Obviously, we're spending way over the wage budget, so players will have to go. We'll probably try and loan out or sell the unregistered players first, and we'll try and figure something out from there. We will stay on the balance mentality for now, unless we go a few goals down, but I think we'll stay on the balance, just at least for this half. If we get to 60 minutes, it's still 0-0, then we might switch up to a positive mentality, but Southampton do have a corner. Batrikov whips in, and Mateo Mendoza puts the ball into the back of it. I thought he might have been offside, but I don't think it's going to be disallowed. It looked like he was like literally right on the goal line. Yeah, that's definitely offside. I don't know why I thought it was, but it just looked like it from the camera angle. But then when you see it on the replay, 100% definitely a goal. But it's not an ideal time to concede. But like I said, Southampton are top of the league, and obviously this is our first match in charge, so it's always going to be, I think, a pretty difficult game. The next game might be easier against Portsmouth. I mean, we're playing the two biggest rivals. Southampton and Portsmouth, obviously rivals of each other. I don't know if we have any rivals. And Vidovic should have put the ball into the back of the net for the equaliser, but that was our first opportunity off the game, and I think on another day we might have scored it, but I think we probably I don't know how much longer we hold off on a balanced mentality and then switch to a positive mentality. I think we'll just see out the rest of this first half, then we'll make a judgment. If we can get an equalising goal before half time, that would be lovely. If someone can just somebody get the tackle in, Balcom has got the ball, plays the ball back to O'Donnell. Cisse has got the ball now to McFadden. I don't like the way this is going, but Asignan plays the ball to Fellows. Can somebody just get a foot in? And my good God, what was the goalkeeper doing there? He could have dived to get that, but he tried to look like he tried to tap it out. But yeah, it's not great stuff at all. I think we were lucky not to concede a second goal in that attacking play by Southampton. We've got a throw in by the looks of it, or a free kick. A free kick from Mera. Come on, let's put this one into the back of the net. Mera with the strike. That might have been on target, but it was a good save from Mr. Tickle. It's the Southampton goalkeeper. I wasn't expecting it to be in the back of the net. Mera has got the ball now to Mera. Oh, come on. We've got to do better with those opportunities. When we're in the box, we've got to just start taking our chances. We've been very unlucky. I think the goal is coming. Obviously, if we give the ball away like we did just then, we've got no hope. I think we probably do go to a positive mentality for the remainder of the second half, because I think we're getting close to the equaliser. It's just I think it is just a matter of time and a few more opportunities, and the ball will find the back of the net. Tickle whips upfield and we do head it away, only as far as the Southampton player. Dumbia has the ball to chase. No one in the middle of the box. Dumbia's got the ball. He's got players lurking in there now. Oh my God. And Kenny with the ball. Will he have a strike? Cummings! Oh, he has the strike, but unfortunately he does force a save out of Mr. Tickle, and he does put the ball into, well, he puts the ball behind for a corner ball. Right, half an hour left to play. We are going to make a couple of changes. Looking at the players on the bench, did the previous manager actually make any changes? Because I don't think he did, looking at that. Don't really have anything in the way of attacking players. Who the hell is Courtman? What position are you? You're a striker. You're a very rubbish one, and I think you're probably next in line to go. Obviously, we've got Patson Daka, but he is coming back from an injury, and he's fairly rubbish, so we don't really have a decent backup option for up front. But we'll leave W on for now. We are going to get off Vidovic for, I guess, Callum Styles can play out there. I mean, he's probably more of a central midfielder, but he can play out there. He's playing there for now. And I think Amundsen also makes way for Nefati. I don't know who's the second best right back at the club. I guess for these first few games until we get into the transfer window, I guess we're just experimentation until we find our best team. Signon has got the ball. Can we just try and get a tackle in and hopefully try and make up some form of attack to hopefully try and get this equalising goal of the game? But if it does happen, because obviously Southampton are top of the league, and I'm sure they will get promoted back to the Premier League, and Tom Fellows has put the ball into the back of there. By the looks of it, it is going to be disallowed. I don't know why, so I thought it was a perfectly good goal. 15 minutes left to go. Let's drop a little bit of encouragement, just in the hope we can potentially do something. But Batrikov with a free kick plays a short pass, and McCauley, I think, gets fingertips to that to put the ball out of the corner. That was a great save, which Malcolm is going to whip in the corner. Can we get it cleared? Alfie Gilchrist does get ahead to it. I thought he was going to give away a penalty there, but Dante got no one upfield by the looks of it. Out Gilchrist. Let's get the ball upfield. Mera, Kelly, somebody play a ball over the top for somebody to run onto. Kelly, now to Nefati. Let's get the ball upfield. Hopefully put the ball in behind the defence for Dumbia. Come on, this is looking very positive. Mera in space, and he puts the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-1. That's the equaliser. I take a point against Southampton. Absolutely take a point against the league leaders. This would be an absolute remarkable result. But if we can get a second goal, that would be even better. We are going to make a couple more changes. Isaac Price is going to make way for Shelfie. Is he one of the players potentially leaving? I think he is. So we'll get him on. He can say his goodbye-byes to the fans. Well, no, he's obviously still be here for the next game, but he'll be leaving us on the first day of the transfer window. Do we have another winger on the bench? We don't, which is slightly annoying because Cummings is looking a bit tired, and I suppose Shelby can actually play there, but I'm not going to switch him. I don't think we'll just we'll leave Cumming on for now. If he has to come off, he has to come off, and we'll shifty everyone around. I think Longstaff also comes off for Daniel. It's not Daniel Kelly. Oh, no, I think that's his name. I don't really know people's first names. Yeah, Styles has got the ball now to Mera. Styles again. Let's try and get the ball upfield. Kelly now to Mera. W. This is looking very positive. Mera has got the ball now to Isaac Price. This is looking very good. Styles with the opportunity to cross it, just about keeps it in now to Mera. Kelly. Mera with the strike. Oh my God, how was that not going into the back of the net? That was a great save from Mr. Tickle, the Southampton goalkeeper, to deny us the second goal of our game. Chelsea whips in, back corner, back post. Dumbia was lurking there. He's turned out to be I reckon if we can get the crosses in, it'll be a big aerial threat, I reckon. Only if it falls to him. Batrikov puts the ball into the back of it. That's disappointing because I don't think Southampton have really done much in this second half to deserve a second goal. But we'll go again. 5 minutes left to go. Let's drop a little bit more encouragement just in the hope we can find another equaliser. I'm sure there's another goal in us. We've actually created a lot of chances this second half. 13 shots, 7 on target. Somehow only scored the one goal, and it is going to end in a bit of a disappointing defeat, but a defeat I probably could have predicted, but a 2-1 defeat. I don't think it's too bad. We can't really read too much into that result until we get a few games down the line. But obviously, if we can pick up a couple wins here and there, that would be absolutely lovely. But yeah, not the greatest of starts, but not the worst result I could have hoped for. At least we kept it tight. We could have potentially got a second goal on another day, but hopefully we can get our first win in charge of West Brom against Portsmouth. The lineup for our match against Portsmouth will be coming in goal, a back four of Abbott, Gilchrist, Medina, Dante, Kelly at the base of the midfield, and ahead of him we've got Mera and Price. Then we've got Vidovic on the left, Cummings on the right, even though he is shattered, so I don't think he should be playing, but I don't know who we can play there. Can Nafati play there? Not really. Can Vidovic can play? I don't know who can play out there now. That's a bit of a. Who do we play out to the right? If Cummings is injured. Yeah, I think we might need to do a little bit of a squad improvement in the January transfer window. We'll play Nafati because obviously Cummings clearly ain't fit enough to start the game. Might be able to come on in the second half. So Nafati will start on the right. Then we've got Dumbia up front. I think we played so well on a positive mentality in the second half of the last game. So I reckon we can probably win the game. Who's Xavier Lamb? He comes onto the bench. He could be a squad number 32. Don't know who he is. Don't know how good he is. I suspect he's just on the bench just to make up the numbers, I guess, because we've got a very. It looks like a very large squad, but most of the squad are actually unregistered. So that's the players we are trying to sell. Shelby is going to be leaving us to join Oviedo in January, so that frees up 13k of the wage budget. So we're basically pretty much bang on track to be staying just under the wage budget. So we are a little bit over by a couple £100, but nothing to worry about because I'm sure there will be other players leaving. I think I did see. I'm not sure if we've got any first team players, but I think Macaulay is wanted by someone. I don't know whether that's transfer or loan. If it's transfer, that would be ideal. Then it will allow us to try and bring in another goalkeeper, because I'm not convinced by the goalkeepers we have. Vidovic plays through Dumbia. We are 1-0 up against Portsmouth, but unfortunately it is going to be called offside. But a decent start to the game. I just wish Dumbia could have held his run for a little bit longer. Then obviously we would be 1-0 up. A win against Portsmouth will be ideal, by the way, but obviously we are bottom of the league, so a win is definitely required. We just need to pick up the points out of where we can get them. Obviously, if we can get the win today, that would be ideal, and the teams above us, ideally to lose, that would be absolutely fantastic, just to close the gap a bit. Dumbia has got the ball. He's got Vidovic the other side of him, but Dumbia goes all the way out and forces a brilliant save out of a Portsmouth goalkeeper, and we do win a corner. I mean, tell you what, we've been looking like so far the better team. We've had 6 shots, 5 on target. Portsmouth haven't created anything. How they're in the top half of, I presume they're in the top half, they might be mid-table, but how they're up there, they haven't even had a single shot so far. Ibrahimovic puts the ball. That's not that Ibrahimovic. I don't know if they're related or anything. I presume not. They might be distant relatives, but he puts the ball across goal. Still, thankfully they didn't hit the target, because if they did, spoiler, that's going to be a goal all day long, because no player should potentially miss from 3 yards out, which I think that's what they did. I think they actually hit the crossbar, which I'm very surprised about. Jones has got the ball. Can we just put in a tackle, please? Come on, put the pressure on. We are playing a gegenpress system. I don't see very much pressing going on here. Kowalski, now to Craig, now to King, on the left-hand side, Whitfield puts the ball into the back of the net, and we are losing once again. 5 minutes left to go until half-time. Portsmouth have taken the lead. That is just, who is out there? I mean, who's that? Zach Abbott, that should be his role out there. He should have been on him like a flash. Don't know whether playing him as a holding fullback is actually working. I don't know. We might have to have a little rethink of the positions. I want a much better second half. Come on, lads. We need to win games. Otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, last series of Club Explorer, we took over Millwall, obviously in the Championship, got relegated to League One, had a mass clear out, then obviously went on to win League One, then get promoted to the Premier League, back-to-back promotions. So I reckon that I'm thinking that's what might potentially happen here, but I don't know. I can't tell you the future. We might go on a massive winning run after this game. I highly doubt it, but you never know. If we can recruit some players in the transfer window, you never know what can happen in the second half of the season. That's not a decent save from our goalkeeper coming, which I don't know if he's a week in, week out goalkeeper. He's probably a decent backup, but I wouldn't start him many games in the Championship. Vidovic, now to Mera. Vidovic, come on, let's try and get the ball into the back of the net just to try and gain some form of momentum. Mera, Dumbia wasn't even looking as it does fall to Vidovic as it is. Oh, it's going to be disallowed again. We've been so unlucky. That's 2 goals we had disallowed. And Portsmouth somehow still winning. Kelly is going to make way for Longstaff. I think Price also makes way for. We'll get on Adrissa again. Doesn't fill me with confidence, but we'll get him on. See what he can do. If we could get a goal, that'd be ideal. But I don't think that's going to happen. Is Tiggy Cummings? I don't think Cummings is anywhere fit to come on the pitch. We might get him on the final couple minutes, but don't think we're going to bring him on. 25 minutes ago, we have dropped a little bit of encouragement just in the hope we can try and get an equalising goal, because obviously I don't know what the league table's looking like now. They've got a free kick. Portsmouth with Ibrahimovic over this free kick, over the set piece. Thankfully puts the free kick high and wide, well over the top of the crossbar. Come on, 15 minutes left to go. There's plenty of time for the equaliser. I don't know what the points gap is now, but Mera needs to put in a good ball into the box, hopefully with someone to shoot. Nafati, now to Idrissa. Oh, he puts it just wide of a goal, but should have been in the back of the net, but unfortunately, it's not. The highlight still goes on from the goal kick, which I think is quite strange, unless they're going to give the ball away or score an own goal. That would be lovely if their goalkeeper just kicks the ball into the back of the net, but I don't think that's going to happen. Longstaff with a decent lunge, but didn't quite get all of the ball, and Watson has got the ball. He's got players lurking in the box, and Shaq Whitfield has put the ball into the back of the net for his second goal of the game. And by the looks of it, it's going to be back-to-back defeats where, I mean, you look at the stats, you think we should be winning the game, but no, it's completely the opposite. We've had lots of shots, but can't score, or their goalkeepers probably just having a blinder. I mean, don't forget, 2 disallowed goals as well, because that's really heartbreaking. Vidovic, oh, he puts the ball just... it's frustrating. It's frustrating because it should have had at least 1 goal by now. Dumbia is not having a great game at all. So we'll get on Cortman. I mean, Daka's not even on the bench. That's how much we rate him. I think Daka probably... I think we've transfer listed him, but nobody really wants him. So I think another striker, probably maybe on loan, won't be it won't be a bad position to have it for the remainder of the season, because as much as I like Dumbia, he hasn't done much past these 2 games, and that is a 2-0 win for Portsmouth, and that does leave us rock bottom of the championship. Obviously, plenty of football left to go, but yeah, I'm getting nervous now. Not nervous yet, but we do have 20 games left to go. I know what the points gap is now. It's a 9-point gap. Actually, we're not rock bottom, but if we can start picking up a few wins, that would be lovely. We do play Blackpool very, very soon. Obviously, that match won't be in the next episode, so I don't think we won't go too far ahead, because I suspect we will do a lot of transfer business throughout January. I reckon there's going to be a lot of players. We do begin our FA Cup run against Plymouth. That has to be a win. If we can get a win against Plymouth, that might give the players a huge confidence boost heading into the latter stages of January and the beginning of I'd say the most important part of the season. Try to pick up a few wins. If we can get the win against Ipswich, absolutely lovely. If we can win the rest of the games of the season, that would be great. I don't think that's going to happen. So I think we'll probably come back end of the transfer window, mid-February, for our games against Hull and Charlton. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Dead Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.